GM.
Hello everyone, how you all doing today? Welcome to a stream. Let me just centralize my camera a little bit, get that a little bit ready for you. And yeah, this is an event which I've been playing in for years. How many years have I been playing in it? I don't know, that's a good question. Like probably 3 years, maybe more. It's the chess.com titled Tuesday Blitz event. 11 rounds of 3-minute chess plus 1 second a move, I think, or 2 seconds a move. I'm not sure. I'll find out soon, won't I? Probably a good idea to know before I start playing what the rules are. And I have varying degrees of success in this. I mean, sometimes it goes really well. You know, sometimes I play really badly and I get so frustrated I withdraw, which I think is okay to withdraw on this event because I'll try not to do that today. But the reason I say that is basically there's so many players. I mean, generally you got like 600 players. There's 479 at the moment, but it's going to be tough. But it's a good fun event. Hello to everyone in the chat. So hi. Let's go through the list of names. Hello Silicon Assassin. That's a good name. I like that one. Nice name. Yeah, I did say I was going to play some solid openings today. Just, you know, because I have the reputation of being a lunatic. And I do play a lot of lunatic. But sometimes, just these are, by the way, some of the players playing. You've got Hikaru. Best players in the world, basically. Peter Svidler. Let me just go down the list. You know, I'm going to be quite low rate, you know, low down. 506 players. But it's nice to change your style sometimes, I think. You know, Jabava, there's so many good players. We could keep going and going. Look at this. You know, just so many good players here. You know, we don't need to list them all. But sometimes it's nice to play, you know, just play a bit differently, I think. You know, chess is a learning process. And if you play the same thing all the time, you might get a bit stale. So I might play more positional today, but I haven't really decided. I mean, I might just mix it up. Positional one game, crazy the next. If I lose a couple of games, then you know I'll obviously be banging out some gambits all the way. So thank you for anyone who's subscribed. Thank you for the cheers, Hardcastle. Very good to see you here, and anyone else. You know, if I miss a sub or anything, I apologise in advance. So you're all saying you want me to play different openings. I mean, it's. I'm not playing the. I don't think I ever played a Reti. I mean, maybe I used to play some stuff with E3. I've got quite a lot of openings. I'm probably gonna stick with the Dutch because that's one opening I don't want to. I just like. Probably my most favourite opening. So I don't want to switch up everything. I play the King's Indian Defence, but the thing with the King's Indian Defence is you basically have to know a lot of theory, and it updates a lot. And recently, I'm going to try to do a bit more work this forthcoming week on my chess, because I've actually got a big invite to a tournament, two big tournaments coming up. So I probably can't give too much away, but I'm going to have to play bloody well in those tournaments. So it's going to be interesting. So yeah, so I need to get some practice in. But anyway, so I don't really know what I'm going to play. We just have a bit of a laugh. People are saying Dutch, Jabava, Trompovsky. I don't know. We'll see. Just be nice and chilled. We're just trying to get some wins on the board. But it is 11 rounds, so there's a lot of rounds here, and you know it's a very tough tournament. Like I mentioned, the best players in the world. But let's just see how I get on. 600 players. If you come in the top half, you're doing all right because it's full of grandmasters, good grandmasters, younger than me grandmasters who can play sharper. And let's just say hello to some more people in the chat. Thank you, Borm74, for some cheers. Hello, Blair Chess. Hope you're doing all right, mate. After our little match yesterday, I managed to get on my bike today, which was nice. Not a motorbike, push bike, down by the river, and I went and saw some little ducklings. Very nice. Did a bit of work as well. Who else have we got in the chat? Hello, Abod622. Hello to Egypt and everywhere else you are in the world. Okay, well let's get going with this first game anyway. So Now, I always struggle in the first game just to get in the vibe a little bit. So, what should we start? I mean, I haven't even thought what I'm going to start with here. Let's start with a black lion, which is very risky against a lower rated player. But I'm surprised, you know, FM's is 2300 at least strength, and I'm surprised my opponent is a relatively low rated FM. I mean, you never know how strong some of these players are. They could be 2200, but they could just be actually, you know, more 2800 because I only played a couple of games. Now, this line is given in my chessable course, and it is very risky. Now, the idea of this is you have to do something quickly. So I have to go d5, and I have to get my bishop here. I have to sacrifice, because if I don't sacrifice, I've just got a real space disadvantage. What is the time control, by the way? I've 3 + 1. Okay, it's 3 minutes plus 1 second to move. I'm Vishu Rana. Well, I funnily enough, I probably think the same about you, sir. And you know, it's very easy in life, isn't it? Especially now on the internet. If you log in and you find someone irritating, I'm sure a lot of people find me irritating, then what the fuck are you still doing here? You're a moron. Go somewhere else. I mean, you really must have some real serious mental issues if you're staying here. You know, go away. Make us all happy. So just a little bit of mild advice for you there, just in case you're rather confused in your mind. Make the world a better place. So anyway, okay. So my opponent is playing this. Now I think I'll probably get rid of this bishop and get my bishop to this square. I'm always a bit worried about these guys coming up here, but I've got some nice dart squares now, and this develops with tempo. Now I do want to play this, but then the knight comes to this square, and this is a bit annoying, right? If I move my queen to b6, so I think I can go b5 first to guard this square, but queen b6, knight to here. Yeah, I'm going to go b5. b5 is quite risky, but I keep saying everything's risky here. Or do I just castle? I think b5, because okay, let's do it. I mean, this opens myself up to quite a lot of sacrificial ideas. My opponent can also go f5, but this is my main idea, right? Just get this one on the board. Okay, I need to castle. And we're going to have a very sharp position here. Interesting position. I'm kind of worried about this, you know, but because my pieces aren't really ideal. Do I need to do some defensive moves there? So this is a problem when you play such sharp openings. It can get a bit dicey. I'm actually really worried about my opponent bringing the queen over here. So I wanted to go a5, a4 and b4, but it's so slow. a5 here, a4, queen. This is really scary. Actually, so I might have to move my rook. I think f5 is still the right way, but I might need to. Okay, so it's a very dangerous position, this, for me, actually. And I think I probably picked the wrong plan, but I'm gonna, because I quite fancy my opponent's. My attack seems quite slow. I want to go b4, but then knight a4 comes. I'm gonna be a bit quieter now because I can't commentate on everything. Okay, so my opponent wants to do a Greek gift and a sacrifice here. So one of the reasons I move my rook is I might need this extra protection. And now, is there any threats here? Because if not, I've just got to blindly continue and pray. Scary stuff. This is my attack. I need 2 moves, but I've got to defend first of all. And well, we've got to go here. Someone's going to get mated. I just hope it's not me. Okay, now we got to now. This is the thing. Very exciting position. I've now managed to defend, and I've got some action over on the queen side. So really sharp stuff. But we're both short of time. And I guess I can play a3 soon. And try to open things up over there. Thank you for the hype train. I saw some of you whacking that on the board. So, you know, okay, so we've got to open and we've got to go here. There's no point messing about in these positions. You know, okay, and we've got to now just go for it, because every tempo is absolutely key. Now, I'm threatening the first checkmate. My queen also has c3. If my opponent had one more move or a couple more moves, it's very hard. There is a little saying, well worth remembering, guys. A knight on f8 and it can't be mate. Don't believe that at all, but it's okay. Now rook here coming in, threaten mate again. Obviously I'm not going for a draw, and now I've got this one, and do I have time to play this? Just one tempo in it. Taking the rook was too slow, but I'm now threatening mate. Does my opponent have any move? No. Boom. Oof. You know, the black line is a lot of fun, but it's bloody scary. There I was before streaming saying, yeah, I'm going to play nice and positional today, play really boring, you know, no action today, and you get this position where one tempo is the deciding key. So that oh my words, that was scary, right? Ooh, that was scary, but I think it was all right. Yeah. More right Russians today? No, I'm having a day off today. I've got some green tea today. I might have a beer after this, but I'm taking it a bit easy. I've got my new cup here, which, you know, there you go. You might want to see. Very appropriate. So yeah, hello everyone in the chat. So the opening poll was the time for E4 Gambits and Jabava. Okay, well, nice. Thank you, Blair. I don't know what I'm going to play yet as white. I haven't really decided. Hardcastle, I kind of played the black line for you there. So I did see you like the black line, and you've been one of my big supporters recently. So I will give that to you, that little win. Should we? I don't think that would be very high accuracy, personally, but often quite interesting to have a little look on the computer. So, oh wow, that's a bloody good start from me. What's my accuracy? Have a guess. Have a guess, people. What's my accuracy? This is what I like to see. But I you know, it's one game. If you want to do well in this tournament, you've got to play this kind of accuracy throughout the whole thing. 94.1. That's even computer-like. Hello. By the way, hello, Chesspatcher UK and Bjorn in the chat. Chesspatcher UK and Bjorn are both doing a fantastic job. On GChess, and they're working very hard, so I really appreciate the work you're doing, guys, so thank you very much for that. And we talked about GChess a little bit yesterday, but we won't mention it at this moment in time. So I don't know what are the moments in this game. Well, we can analyze it and just have a look. So, you know, basically the computer always thinks the black line's a bit dodgy, but you don't need to listen to the computer. Look at this. So I think my opponent should play in this position, bishop to g1. This is one of the moves in my chessable course. Hector saying, could I quickly explain G-chess again? Well, not really, not quickly. But you'll be able to see it soon anyway. Now this is maybe where I go wrong, because actually this move looks so natural, right? You develop a piece, you attack the queen, but I don't actually know if it's the right move. I think I should be playing queen a5 here. This is, you know, much more to the point. And this is one thing you should always do, and this is what gchess.com will be showing you. It will be able to take your blitz games and quickly tell you where you should improve, and that's really why we made it. Let's make sure a game hasn't started. If a game starts, let me know. So let's see, bishop c5. It wanted me to swap the queens off. Well, I'm not swapping the queens off. That is just pathetic. But okay, and now, well, let's have a look. Where did my opponent go wrong? Quite an exciting game. This the computer says is excellent, but to me, I think it's much more important just to get on with it. And I think now this is actually one of the best moves I played in the whole game, because often in positions like this, you just keep on attacking. Keep on attacking. And here, rook to e8 is just a way to defend and get the pieces back. And this was an important move. Bishop d3, and now my opponent's threatening some kind of things here shortly, but he needs to get his queen to h5. But I've managed to defend. Knight on f8. It can't be mate, and this is now looking quite good for me. And the reason I played this is if I go b4, my opponent can move his knight here, So I need to stop this knight coming here, and we're able to do this now because my rook's defending that square, and you can see around here my attack looks very, very strong. Very strong. Okay, so I think that's pretty solid start there, but the games will get a lot tougher, of course. A lot tougher, of course. And let's wait. So who else is playing? Well, again, we've got loads of strong players. Hikaru is playing. He's one of the top players in the tournament. If you look at the list, he's leading at the moment. Okay, that doesn't look very good. Let's see if I can just rearrange this list for you. I know it's all gone dark, but we will have a little look and just show what the list is like. So, okay, and you can see there's some bloody good players playing, and what is it? Just over 600 players in this one, right? Just under 600 players, which is a good number of players. Okay, we're in with the next game. So, who have we got here? Okay, this is a young player from, I think, America. Okay, let's. I was actually thinking I was going to play the English, but I've actually just mouse slipped this move already. Now, the only move I don't really like playing against here is G6 when I put the knight on F3. Now here, I'm going to keep it a little bit contained, and I say that, and I'm going to play this. There were some games recently. Now this is where I'm pretty much out of my theory, and I'm not going to go here because there's some gambit lines I don't really want to walk into. I'm just going to play sensible moves here. Well, I'm going to go here now and just nibble this one. And this is kind of a standard idea in the London system, but this is maybe quite clever because I don't have bishop f4, and you can see, yeah, my openings, I've got to look at this bishop f5 move. This bishop f5 move is becoming very popular, so I'm thinking now I want to get rid of this bishop to try and, because it's a very strong piece, and my opponent's going to go b6. So let's just play normal moves. This gives me the rook c1 in some situations. Maybe I can also castle, which is a very brave move because b6 comes. So how do we deal with this? Do we take here first or castle queenside? Let's get rid of this one. I'm going to have to do something about my pawn here. Can we go f4? Or is that loosening me too much? I'm going to go h3. And normal moves, but b6 is scaring me a little bit here. I don't know where I want to put my king this way, but he's played b6. This is a good move because I have to take, and I don't really want to take in this position. And now I think I'm going to have to castle kingside because he's got too many open lines on the queen side. So this is a bit more positional, but he's got a better pawn structure than me because he's got more central pawns. But I do have the bishop pair. Does that count for anything? I don't know. But I'm not sure what my plan should be. This one is kind of tempting. I'm going to try this one, but again, it's very risky. I wanted to stop e5. And how is this looking now? Probably roughly even. I don't know. I wanted to. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have allowed that one in so simply. I'm gonna have to try and get rid of that one. And my bishop does not have a good square here. So here I have to try to get rid of this knight. It's too strong. Losing any advantage of a bishop pair, but it's way too strong, and there's a little bit discombobulation going on my pieces here, and this is an issue. So I have to try to get rid of these knights. Oh no, I've just blundered. Oh dear, Simon, that was just bad. Wakey wakey, that was just a blunder. Very, very bad move from me. And yeah, this openings, it's like, you know, the opening's probably fine for me, but one thing you've got to do when you're playing is you've got to know the middle game plans. And this one, here, I haven't, well, to be honest, I haven't really got around to looking at this bishop f5 move. It's a bit of a hole in my repertoire, and everyone's got holes in their repertoire. That's something I need to obviously catch up on, and this position is clearly losing now for me. I can try some desperado attack over here, I guess, but it's clearly too darn slow here. Knight takes, and he's just doing a very normal thing of swapping off pieces, and I'm annoyed with the way I played this one. Okay, let's keep going with the desperado attack. Try to open his king up in the situation, and his king can always run here. I kind of think I need my knight to have any slim chances here, and when I say slim, really slim, but this bishop is very strong as well. So I'm just trying to think of any way we can get a chance in the position. Only chance I can think of is somehow getting my queen over here. I need to stop rook here as well. And I'm kind of doing the best I can, right? But I don't feel it's going to be good enough. Does my knight have anywhere? Queen here, he takes everything. Is my queen's not even threatening anything there. Down on time. It's really quite bad, isn't it? So I think his king just comes over here. It's nothing for him to worry about. And this is also a decent way for him to play. No point resigning quite yet. So this is certainly an opening. Okay, I'm going to resign here because he's going to swap. He's got everything. Certainly a note. Well, it doesn't matter about time when you're completely losing, I feel. Time is irrelevant in a position where you're completely losing. We'll have a look at that. It's always good to have a look at your opening ideas and see. This is just winning now, as well as a number of other moves. And this is going to be mate. So that was an annoying game. That was quite a bad game for me, I think. But I'm just having a look at it. This is one move I'm quite annoyed at myself with, because I haven't looked at this one. I haven't looked at this one enough. This move, which a lot of top players are playing now in this setup. What I was trying to do, I think I would have been very happy had he not played that. I was trying to get a setup with bishop d3 and b3, but allowing the bishop to go to f5, I don't know. And I think the way I played it, this is what you're normally supposed to do, but I don't think you do it when the pawn's on e3, because you need to go bishop f4. And I think he got a very comfortable position. And the issue was, I mean, even though I said I had the bishop pair in the back of my mind around here, I was basically thinking, as soon as you go b6, I definitely prefer black in these structures, because he gets this better pawn structure forever. So he seemed to know his opening well there. We can have a little look, see what the computer thinks. But my opponent, I didn't play a very good game, but as you can see, it's also very hard when your opponent gets these kind of accuracy levels, right? Basically a perfect game by my opponent. And yeah, the opening. So what will I do if I get this again? I'm just trying to think. So you always have to think, how do you improve? And after bishop to f5, if I got this again, how am I going to deal with this? Maybe, well, I won't be playing this open again. Let's just do that. So where are my main mistakes? Sort of around here, it's fairly even. Even though it says fairly even, I do prefer black. And f4 just seemed a bit too weakening. But I was worried about two things here. I've got quite a passive position, and my opponent has two natural pawn breaks that improve his structure, and I don't really have any natural pawn breaks here at all. So this is not an easy position to play. Actually, I think black is better. And f4, well, okay, it says it's a mistake, and now I should here be playing bishop f3. This would be not the end of the world. And I just blundered. Basically, I blundered in a tricky position. Here I just blundered. But the thing is, if I don't, I mean, I wanted to try and swap off his knights, right? But it was just a blunder. This was a very slack move. But my position's very tough here because he's got this hold now on this square. Maybe I should lash out with g4, g5. Try something a little bit crazy here. But bishop f4, and I'm just losing. So that was a well played game from my opponent, but not a very well played game for me. So 78% accuracy, but the issues I had there, this bishop f5 move, because I like the positions when they don't go bishop f5. Had a very good game where I beat Ravi at the Ravi Harrier International Master at the British Championships. But this bishop f5 move is a good move. Now bishop d3 I don't really like, because this is one of your key pieces, and even if they just take it, it's okay, but maybe they can be more adventurous. Probably not. Probably they should take the bishop off, and you're not going to have any advantage there. I was wondering here if I can annoy that bishop a little bit with this, but if we do go c4's got to be natural, so let's go back. Oh no, the game's gone now. Okay, all right, well, we'll have to bounce back from that one. And as always, opening's very important. It's just getting, it's not necessarily picking openings that give you an advantage. It's picking openings which get you into positions you understand well. So you need to, you know the plans well. As you can see there, I don't think it's a great position, but I didn't really understand the plans well because I haven't had that before very often. So that's a big mistake. Any other opening I could have played would have been better in that situation. There's nothing wrong with that opening repertoire. Again, people get too transfixed on openings nowadays. You know, to be honest, you can play any opening as long as you know what you're doing in the middle game. I didn't really know that one line there, but again, I'm trying to experiment a little bit today with some other kinds of setups, just to keep it a little bit fresher, right? To try some other things out. So the normal guys are on 2 points, as you can see. You got like Hikaru. There was my opponent, ChristopherYoo. He's going to be a real talent. And yeah, that's Mamajarov. You just saw him doing well, and the names go on and on. There's still 9 rounds left, so a long way to go. Well, as white, I mean, I don't really feel the need for playing a4 and move 1 as white. I have played this before, but when you've got the white pieces, you should be trying to get an advantage. And the other thing is, I really quite like playing the Dutch, so I'm happy there. It's just when they go e4, black line worked well in the first game, but I want to we'll try out some new stuff today. So any other games still going on? Let's just see. Nope. So come on, start the game. Okay, so we're now playing an IM from Lithuania, and let's see who it is. Aha, Cornet. So my opponent is very strong. I think she's French now, and she scored a. Okay, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do the French against the French, and she scored a Grandmaster. I think she's nearly a Grandmaster. She's a very strong player. Now, I haven't played the Winnerware for ages. Oh no, I hate it when they do this. Exchange French. This is one of the reasons I don't play this. Okay, don't get too down. Let's play it's just a bit boring, these lines, and you know, this is one of the reasons I gave up bishop b4, because I really didn't like it when they took here and just try to bore you to death, right? Well, unfortunately, you can't play the Dutch against 1e4, right? If you could, then I would be playing it. But okay, it's just a position. There's no need to panic so far. Now, her knight is probably aiming for this square, and this is the kind of position where you could get many exchanges, many things coming off, and an early draw. This is her best piece, so ideally you want to try to get rid of it. So I'm going to put my knight here and try and just get rid of her best piece, because if you don't get rid of that bishop, it can be very strong. And when you get these symmetrical, we could say boring positions, there's no need, you know, you have to play slowly, and I'm gonna have to castle here, and you just have to try to take your chances later on. But my opponent has got nice control of some squares here, so I've still got to get this guy out. I'm just trying to think, where do I want to do it? This kind of move, bringing it around here, seems quite slow, and I'm kind of a bit concerned about her throwing this pawn up the board. So do I want to go for that? Is this square a good square for the I think it's okay. Let's go that way. It's a bit more adventurous than bring it to d7, because okay, I can put it on this square, but where's it going to go then? I mean, if I try to go there, that's really well defended. So I feel that e6 could be a long-term okay way of playing. Maybe I just go queen d7, connect the rooks, something like this. Rook e8, and of course it's equal, the position, but it doesn't mean things can't happen later on. So she's having a good think about what to play. She's a very strong player. I remember I was commentating on some of her games in Reykjavik where she got a Grandmaster norm. That means performing over, I think I'm going to go f6 here, yeah, why not? Where she performed over 600, if I'm thinking of the right, yeah, and she's a really nice person as well. Married to Cornet, I think. Matthew Cornet, okay. Right, I'm going to go here, connecting my rooks, controlling f5 a little bit more. So, and this is where we could get many exchanges. So my knight can't come here now. Which rook? Don't know which rook actually. Maybe this rook. And now the knight comes here. Just give that one a little bit extra protection. And I think I probably want to put my bishop on d6. I especially do now. Maybe I'm even going to take this knight off, try to cause a little bit of unbalance. Oh, big bang there. And this is a tricky move my opponent's played. Now, can I go here, or am I going to get hit by rook takes e7? Rook takes e7. So, is a good move. Now, I could go here. I feel. Let's go for this one. It weakens my dart squares a little bit, but I don't like that knight there. And I'm quite glad I now moved. I kept this rook on f8. And, well, I think I'm going to give my bishop up for the knight. But actually, I've underestimated knight f4 here. Knight f4 is an annoying move. I was banking on knight here, and then maybe I give my bishop up for the knight. I know people like the bishop pair generally, but I don't want to take this one straight away. I'm thinking knight f5, make some exchanges. Takes, knight e6 is covered. Okay, I think this is all right. Because there was a little bit of pressure against some squares on my king side. g4, my knight comes here. And just going to make some exchanges, make it completely equal, and we'll just see if we can get some kind of edge from that. After that, some imbalance. And you can see now I have ideas potentially of bringing my knight to e6. And the one thing I do like about my position, and this is a little bit like the last game where I like my opponent's position, I prefer my structure. So now my opponent's trying to go here. But what about g5? Oh, my knight. So what about queen here? Going for this imbalance again. Time is short. Let's move a bit quicker. I want to change the pawn structure to give me more winning chances, more losing chances as well. So the pawn structure is now changed, meaning that there is more winning chances for both of us. Okay, let's kick that knight to... No, we'll go here first. Yup. And now we kick the knight over here, right? And can we play some move like this? I want to get d5 for my knight. This is what I'm trying to... Okay, now she's played a good move. I missed this one. But I can take, again, changing the structure somewhat. And trying to keep the philosophy of getting this square for my pieces. And now my bishop seems to like want to improve, but maybe I just push on, right? Let's just push on. Use this pawn. Bishop can come here. Just slightly improving the structure, and I don't want to give away the c3 square, so I want to keep control of c3. And we push through now, and that pawn is looking rather juicy, and I managed to pick a pawn up. This one maybe. Okay, well that worked out all right in the end. Thank you for the game. Bit of a tough game there from opponent, but it seemed like my position was okay. It's quite, yeah. Wife of Mateusz Cornet, who's a really nice guy as well. She is streaming on Blitzstream Twitch channel. Oh right, okay. It's always nice to beat a fellow streamer, right? Because you don't want all their fans like, "Whoa," you know. So it's nice to do that. But I think that was a more solid game. And when your opponent picks a certain opening, you have to play more positional chess. It's one of those things. So you're thinking it's 90% accuracy. Let's have a look, shall we? I don't know if it'll be that high. Okay, it's just working it out at the moment. And what's it gonna decide? I mean, I don't think did I make any blunders there? Who knows? Okay, it's 90. That's not bad. 93, right? That's not bad. I'm playing a lot better with black, but my opponent was doing all right around here. But I don't think I was ever in that much trouble, right? Because the maximum my opponent was plus 1.24. I wonder what that. Let's have a look. Oh wow, my opponent had a good move here, right? What move did I miss that my opponent could play here? I thought I was doing well around this point, right? But what move did I miss here? Come on, good chess players. What move did I miss in this position? Apparently my opponent has a very good move around here. Just knight to g3, right? I don't know which knight. Maybe this knight, maybe the other one. And now my oh no, okay, not that one, clearly. Let's go for the other one. Oh no, not that move. Wow, g4 was best. Okay. And this stops my f-pawn from going. So when we get the same structure, now my bishop is a very bad piece, because you saw my bishop came to life, and the whole thing that made my position playable, well, better for me, was that I had the f5 move, right? In this position, my opponent is controlling f5 and controlling that one. So that was just one slight part of the game where my opponent could have grasped a good position, right? But generally, apart from that, I think it was okay, right? Not too bad. Bloody exchange French after all, isn't it? What can you do with the exchange French? So I've got the white pieces again, and we're straight into another game. No, I don't. I have the black piece. My third black out of 4 games. We're playing now a woman I am from Russia. So, well, what do we do now? Should we go? Let's go for Sicilian. I've played 3 different openings: the black line, the French defense, and now we're going to go for a Sicilian dragon, because that last game was a bit too positional. I know I said I was going to go positional. Let's get some violence on the board, right? Let's go dragon. I could go Dragodorf with a6, but against this move, it's probably better to go more traditional. And she's playing, dare I say it, another dull line. You know, it's much more fun when they castle queenside, right? But this is like a reversed English now, where my general idea that I always do in these positions is try to get a knight to this square. This is like a key idea in the Sicilians generally. And the way I normally do that is I get everything trying to control this square, and you're going to see my knight is going to gradually travel to try and get there into the c4 square. This is like an old variation. Okay, but this is probably a good move for my opponent. This is like the Karpov variation, right? Do I have any way to? So takes. I can do that. I can get rid of my bishop. Maybe I should. Let's get rid of this one straight away. My bishop wasn't very good, and I'll be consistent trying to get my knight to c4. I think this is called the Karpov system. I remember losing a game in this a number of years ago against international master Adam Hunt, and Karpov used to play this system as white, and one of the ideas is after the exchange on d5, white tries to generate pressure against the e7 square. Okay, so my opponent now blocking up some of my lines, and I'm going to have to play this move sooner or later to give this protection. And it's I think you can just say it's a fairly balanced position here. You do have to watch out for this square, and I'm never really sure where my pieces are moving in these lines. So I'm going to be consistent, move my knight here, and I'm also thinking maybe even my knight comes to b6. Maybe this is a pawn that I'm going for. So I'm kind of happy to see that. I don't know why I'm happy to see that generally, but I've got my bishop back, and now if I get my knight here, I'm laughing. But I don't really want to treat my rook. So let's guard like this, and I want to try to now maneuver my knight to e5. I think b5 I'm a little bit cautious of playing because I don't want to give the c6 square away. I've lost many games where my opponent has just brought a knight into c6. So now we see the Karpov plan continuing, but I'm going to ask the question to that one because my rook is well placed to stop the bishop from naturally just dropping back to h4. This is the normal way to play. I'm quite happy if my opponent takes on f6, so probably okay. So now I can consider this, but like I said, can the knight get in? Knight there, knight takes d5, and I think that's just, oh no, but then knight takes here. So do I play some weird move like a6 first? a6 seems slow to me. Do I continue with my knight maneuver? I'm thinking b5 must be the way. Knight here, knight takes here, knight takes here, queen b7. I'm gonna play this one, but I'm hoping that my opponent doesn't centralize her knight. I'm gonna be a bit quieter now and speed up. Oof. Okay, so knight here takes, queen b7, and I lose my rook. Okay, so I'm glad she didn't do that, but this is also quite tempting idea. I was thinking about some oh no, I'm dropping this pawn. Why didn't I think of this natural bloody move? Oh, this is stupid. Yeah, I knew this. Okay, we'll come over here. Why didn't I? This is a very annoying move. I just missed this one. Simon. And the queen can come into c6. Okay, she didn't grab my pawn. She's going for my rook. Okay, well I'm gonna not allow her to grab that one anymore. What is my rook doing? It's a trippy rook, right? I think it might be alright, that rook, yeah? I say, and then I lose it very quickly. g4 I take here. What is this doing? It's lost the plot. My rook has lost the plot, but if I don't lose my rook, I'm doing okay. But I'm bloody scared about that rook. Do I get the queens off? Well, okay, let's try. My rook has f5. I'm hoping. I've got to stop this move. Take the rook. Got rook b8 coming. Thank you for the subscription. But 38 seconds. If I win this, I go to 3 out of 4. Juicy score. And if that rook is okay, then I like my position. I've got rook b8. I've got pressure on the dark squares. So it does depend. Okay, now what's she trying to do here? Well, I don't know. Let's just get on with it. This pawn is also weak. It's my other target. And okay, so she's now giving up the pawn. And definitely better here. My a pawn could be a game winner. Let's go for it. Supported by my bishop. Now, I don't know about this move. This maybe seems like a bit of a peculiar move. And push. Okay, push that pawn. Push it, baby. Push it, baby. It feels like my rook's in the way now. So I'm going to try to bring it around. And she's coming here. What am I doing? What am I doing? This is a pathetic move. How am I winning this one? I won. Didn't even win. How did I win that? Oof. I couldn't work out how to win that at the end there. I mean, the issue I had was that I'm always worried about this knight coming in, and I have to keep my rooks defending f7. But it should be winning. My original plan was to try to get a rook over to a4, right? So I can do this, but my opponent's rooks are quite strong, so this should be winning. It should be winning for me, but there's some technical problems here. Yeah, I do always have bishop here check, but it's only a check. White's king sits very nicely here. I put the rook here so I can take this pawn if she moves a knight. So maybe this is winning. This pawn, if I can get one pair of rooks off, it's winning, right? I just need to get one pair of rooks off, and then it should be quite easy. But I'm a long way from doing that here. So anyway, we won. Tough game though, tough game. And I don't know why my opponent did not take the pawn. That wouldn't be very high accuracy. I'm not always that comfortable in these structures. Around here, I think I'm okay. I think this rook is actually quite good. It's quite an active rook. But why didn't my opponent take the pawn earlier on? So had she taken a pawn, I was very concerned about my position. So we'll have a look on the computer. This is a little break now. It's round 4. Remember, it's 11 rounds. And in this position, I missed, you know, the retreating knight moves are often the hardest moves to spot. And why didn't she take here? This one was very scary. And maybe she was scared of rook here, but now I'm worried. I was worried about queen b6. This is still manageable to me. This is still manageable, but this is not really what I want, because if I take the queen off and grab here, well, I'm just losing because I can't stop the pawn. So I can't easily get my pawn back. And I was thinking here, I'd go here and I attack 2 pawns. And maybe this is all right for me. Maybe I'm just about okay here. Maybe I'm just about okay in this structure. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Should we have a look what the computer says? I don't think this will be a very high one, but that was a very tough fight. That was like a very close, tough game. Like I say, it's a break here, but we're on a good score. We're on 3 out of 4. It's 11 rounds. Oh God, that's a very low accuracy from both of us. Well, but what we're doing there, we're just clarifying to everyone, just making sure if anyone thinks we're cheating. No, we're not cheating. We're definitely not cheating. Not with a score like that. But okay, well actually around here you can see it nearly got to equal at the end, but I'm certainly winning. But you can see around the middle game, I'm struggling a little bit. So this Karpov variation is quite hard to play against, and this knight d5 was just a very good time plan, and I play consistently here, so I think this is all right. I'm still okay, but maybe this queen c7 actually just maybe I have to move my rook back, because it's got to go on adventures here, and I often do it on adventures. But okay, it doesn't like this move, but I mean it's very natural, isn't it? And okay, even here b5 is okay, and now this is where I thought I'm doing badly, but it actually doesn't like queen takes b5, the move I was scared of. So all right, so let's continue. Bishop d4 seems all right. a6 error, and this is where my opponent played knight to f3. But funnily enough, I think I'm doing all right here. And it says, what did it say? What move? g4. Wow, that's a computer move if you ever see one, right? Getting your rook trapped. I mean, you've got to be quite brave to see g4. How many players would find g4? I feel only the best players in the world, because the other thing you've got to work out is, I mean, I would have probably grabbed here and just prayed. You know, you've got to work out this position where I'm gonna like, you know. But this is the point. This is the point. I see. So queen g3 is the point. Black, right, so g4, this is the one mischance I think that my opponent had, because after knight f3 I'm okay, because g4 now I take on h3 and I'm attacking this pawn at the same time. So this is okay. Queen c4 it doesn't like, and it can now go g4 again. Wow, wow, I thought g4 wasn't possible because I take on h3. And you know, in this position, I'm definitely better. I'm definitely better, 100%, because suddenly I've got all this playing. You can see my advantage is great, and I'm also just coming here and I can win this pawn. So my opponent is in a lot of trouble here. But this is some nice. So it was my rook, which was a problematic. But these two moves, g4, that my opponent missed were the winning ideas. But very hard to see g4, because this is even good here, right? I take here, then king g2. It's obvious once you see it. And I have to now sack the exchange. Rook takes here. And of course, my opponent should be better here. If this pawn was now back on c5 or b5, I feel like I've got adequate compensation. But in this structure, my pawn is very weak. And my opponent can get multiple ways to try and get rid of that pawn or create a passed pawn. So I think the computer was a little bit harsh in its assessment of us, giving us such low accuracy levels there. It wasn't as bad as the computer said, but you know, it was still not fantastic, right? But yeah, okay. We've had 3 blacks, so what am I going to do with the white pieces next? Oh, okay. Am I going to go super aggressive and play Grandmaster gambits and just try to sacrifice to victory, or am I going to go English opening? So which chessboard course shall I pick? Shall I go English, because I haven't played the English yet, and go really solid with the English, try to grind? Or do I go Grandmaster Gambits, Caveman, sack a pawn, try to checkmate quickly? English, Grandmaster Gambits. I don't know how we do a poll. Okay, a lot of people are saying the English. I'm a little bit worried about doing the English, because even though I did the chessboard course, my memory, you know, I can remember the ideas, but I don't know if I can remember all the lines from the course, right? I haven't had a chance to revise those lines recently, and the Grandmaster Gambits is more in it. Can we I don't know how we do a poll. Can we do a poll? Can we do a poll? I don't know if we can do a poll. Lots of people are saying go for the English. Even if you play the English, you'll find a way to sacrifice. Well, yeah, this is quite likely. Jabava. We might do the Jabava later on. I'm feeling like in English, I feel like that's another course. We might do the English later on. I mean the Jabava later on, of course. Hillbilly, English. I think it's like looking like people are wanting an English opening, right? King's Gambit. No to Mad Gambits. No. Jimmy Billy is trying to tell me off here. He's saying it a couple of times. I'm not playing the Stafford. That load of crap. I mean, it's all well and good, the Stafford Gambit, and obviously Eric Rosen is a legend and a great thing, but the amount of people who started playing the Stafford is just shocking, and it's just a crap opening at good level. I mean, the Gambits I generally play from the Grandmaster Gambit course, they are all, or they're much, you know, much better. Okay, we have the poll. Thank you, Blair, for the poll, and the poll is now in. So guys, is it Gambit style next game, or is it positional style? You're playing with my destiny here. You know, Geronimo hairdo. I don't mind taking a risk in life, even if I'm doing okay. I don't mind risking it. Not a problem. I'm not scared. So what are we're going to see? English, or get your votes in now, people. Let's have a look at the scores while we do that. So I'm on 3 points. Jeffrey Zhong is really good, isn't he? He's at the top. Hikaru is he's pretty decent as well. And going down, well, remember there were over 600 players at the start, so I'm okay. I'm okay in the position I'm in. And You know, we're on the same score as Mamajarov. Maybe we'll get a chance to play the great Mamajarov. If I play Mamajarov, I have to play. I can't play the English against him. I'm sorry. If I play Mamajarov, I have to go Gambit style because he's such an exciting player. It's 36-37. Wow, how close is that? David Howe's playing. David Howe's in. Oh, if I play David is a really class act as well. And the winner of Tata Steel, Jordan van Forest, are on the same score as me. I'm on a good score group, right? I mean, there's some legends on my score group. Okay, we're over a game. And what was the win? What was it? Was it Gambits? Was it Gambits or was it not? Tell me. I'm gonna go English. Okay. Who are we playing? Moskalenko. Anyone with a name like okay, we'll do E4 next time, guys. I didn't have a chance to decide there, I'm afraid. So we're gonna go English. We'll do the Gambits next time. Gambits 1. Well, I didn't know that. I can't foresee. It's too late now. I can't take my move back, guys. It's not happening. I can't take moves back. We'll do Gambits next time I have a white. We're gonna go English. Is he gonna move? He's giving me a bit of a time advantage here. So come on, I don't want to win like this. I'm here to play chess. Well, I do actually. Just give me another point. I'm happy. No, we want to win. I don't mind losing games. This is all good practice. I'm trying to get practice against top grandmasters at the moment. Yeah. If it is, I don't think this is the Moskalenko who does the French books and the Budapest books. He's a brilliant author. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, now he isn't good. Well, I'm sure he's very quick. So we're gonna now play the English. Now this is one line where I'm gonna go G3, but I'm already forgetting. I think do I give E4? I'm just gonna go G3, guys, because again this is the problem. And now I'm gonna take this way and play E4. And now, okay, this is an interesting move. I feel like doing something aggressive. Where do I want to put my knight? I think my knight on F2. Didn't Magnus play like this? I feel Magnus puts his knight on F2 in these kind of positions. So I'm gonna do what Magnus does because he tends to know what the hell he's doing, right? See, and I think I had a game Blair against you, didn't I? In this, very similar, very similar. But actually now I'm thinking my knight should be on E3. Why have I brought my knight here? Okay, he wants to go F5, but we can go G4. Or we don't go G4, but I think we should just play nice and sensible. There's no reason to play this. Now I should take this one. You can't take with a bishop because I win a piece immediately. So I'm winning the exchange here. This is my idea. I didn't think he could do this. I thought he got in trouble. Bishop takes queen D5. There is something to be said for normal chess, right? Is my queen getting trapped here? Well, I don't see why it should be. I feel like my queen is absolutely okay. And that is what we call in the business a check. If I lose this, it'll be extremely upsetting. This is often where I freak out and play very badly. So let's just... I'm going to keep my concentration now because this will get me on a great score. Oh, thank you. It's always nice when they just resign, right? Don't, you know, of course, I get, you know, this is the thing. I think I'm quite a good player. I'm obviously all right, but when I get good positions, I get quite nervous, you know. But that was too much respect. The guy gave me well too much. I totally agree with you there. Fun attack YouTube. But I mean, I'm going to win this position 99% of the time, right? I'm a piece up, I'm time up, and the position is not even that tactical at all. You know what I mean? I'm just going to swap off the knight. I'm going to put my knight in the middle. I mean, why on earth should I lose this position, right? There's no reason I should lose this position or, you know, mess this up. I'm not going to. I've got no weaknesses. Of course, I'm going to win this. So even if I'm nervous, I'm going to win this. The game ended before the poll had finished. We do Grandmaster games, but you know what I say? There's something to be said for playing solid chess, and there's nothing wrong. I mean, I lost that game against ChristopherYoo when I didn't play very solid, but this is kind of setup I give in my chessable course, and it's just nice and easy, right? It's like this system is like a lot of games from the World Championships, Magnus Carlsen, versus Fabiano Caruana. They had a number of games, but they had this colours reverse. So that's where I've learned a lot of these strategies from. So it's the tempo up on those games. And if you remember that World Championships, Magnus played c5. And then after this one, Magnus played here. And if you look at the Sicilian is basically a reversed English, but a tempo down. And now they had this kind of thing, right? Where they had g6 and they had this position. This occurred a lot in that World Championship match. And this is exactly the same position that I'm getting against my opponent in that last game, but I got an extra tempo. So rather than memorizing moves, it's often a good idea to think of plans. And the idea of bringing the knight here, I'm sure, is something that Magnus played in this position. And it was a very nice, solid square for the knight here. So my opponent got in a lot of trouble. Let's see if we can just look at the game. We'll flip the board back. I mean, this is all very normal. So look, this is what I'm doing. I'm just playing that system, but a tempo up. Maybe he should try f5. Maybe f5 is a bit more dynamic there. I did start with 5 out of 5 one time, and I got to play Grishchuk in round 6, and I got 5 out of 5, and it was only a 10-round tournament. So that was you can't really get much better than 5 out of 5, right? So I've done well before. Okay, now this is the setup I enjoy, and this is where I don't like b6. b6 to me just seems like a bad move. Why play b6? Is he worried about me playing c5? I think b6 is a little bit weird. And this is where I could go knight e2, but this is quite interesting. And we play some normal moves, and now here I was about to play g4. This is maybe what I'd play another day, just trying to stop my opponent's plan. I feel like I'm a little bit better if I play g4. But I suddenly realised that f5, I want him to play f5 because it opens up my bishop and tactical chances. So after castles, I think I'm a little bit better here because it's very hard for him to move. I've got 2 bishops, and this knight will eventually get to d5. Well, that's a funny little route. It will go here, here, and here eventually. That's where I want my knight, right? I can also start playing aggressively with f4, f5, pushing forwards. This is a better position for me anyway, but it's game 1. But this is a blunder. After here, he just drops the piece with this check. And if he plays rook takes, of course he should play rook takes. This one I think wins the exchange, but he can fight. He can fight in this position. Because if he goes rook here, can he save the piece? Well, now I do the same tactic as in the game, and I come here, and I think this is just completely winning again, right? You just win a piece, right? Win a piece there. So he has to give up the exchange, and I think it's quite a safe thing, but maybe my light square is a bit weak. It's kind of still a game of chess here. In the position. Okay, well, it's not really worth putting that one on a computer because, you know, you can have a guess if you want. Let's have a little look. Only 75% accuracy. The computer doesn't understand that at all. I don't always think the computer's right. I generally don't think the computer's right when it gives me a low score, but I only think the computer's right when it gives me a high score. But you can see my game here. Look, I'm always okay. I'm always okay. So I've done nothing wrong, and I go up there when he blunders. So it's kind of like okay, you know, why not give me more than look? I only played 1 in accuracy. Why have I got 75 level for 1 in accuracy? That's just a load of rubbish, right? No, it doesn't make any sense to me, that at all. Okay, so let's have a look now at the scores. And I finished that game very quickly. There's probably a lot of games going on. We just refresh the page. Hopefully that doesn't do anything funny. And here are the scores. So Hikaru 5 and all these other players you may or may not know. I'm not going to name them all. There's some legends there. It's absolute legends. And you got Vincent Kamore, this very talented kid who's a real legend. Who's on my score group? Well, let's have a look. A lot of very strong players. Is this Kramnik? Maybe I feel this might be Kramnik, who I've played before. There's more people on. We got Mamajarov, remember? What am I going to... We've got David Howe. We've got Jordan Van Forest on my score group. This guy, Nordiebeck, Penguin. A lot of good players, right? A lot of good players up there. So we'll just wait for the next round to start. Did I say Kramnik? I meant Kamsky. Did I say Kramnik? Did I just casually say, oh yeah, Kramnik's playing in this tournament? Is that what I said? Did I say Kramnik? That was a Freudian slip. That was a Freudian slip. I meant Kamsky. Oh, hello, Mr. Canty. How you doing, sir? Or GM Canty, soon to be GM Canty. Most definitely. When this, I don't know, is lockdown ended over in America? You'll be a GM in no time, Canty. You're just too good. I think you normally crush me when we're playing online. And obviously, everyone go and check out GM Canty's channel. Great videos he does. When I was doing stuff for chess.com, which I don't do as much now, basically we would, both of us were doing a lot of game of the day videos, so they're well worth doing. Okay, you got a tournament end of month. Well, good luck in that. I hope you do well, mate. I hope you crush them all. Let's get, I want to get a Dutch in now. So we're on 4. Oh, okay. So what am I? Okay, let's go for Sicilian again, shall we? Let's get some rock and roll. I haven't had one crazy game yet. Probably why I'm on 4 out of 5, right? They've all been a bit too positional. So we want to get a crazy dragon. Let's go. I don't want any of this Karpov system. I don't want any of this Petrosian system. I don't want any of this boring draw system. I want some rock and roll on the board. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. Yeah! I'm probably now going to get absolutely crushed, but I don't care. I could go Dragodorf, but I'm going to play mainline dragon because it's a lot of fun. And the line I'm playing is absolutely terrible. Oh, this one is normally absolutely terrible for black, but it's quite good fun. And I don't really know much theory. I should learn a bit more theory in these positions. I don't like it when they start pushing Harry against me. Let's block that one up. None of that, please. Don't harry me up, son. And now we're just going to go here. And we're coming at him. Because I always think in these positions, it's the first side to attack who wins, right? So I don't care if he wins a pawn. I say that and I'm going to get mated. Okay, come on, let's just keep going. Bloody hell, this is going to get sharp. I'm just, you know, this is fun though. This is like a race, right? Okay, now we have to take with a knight because we've got to try and avoid getting checkmated. I hear that is generally quite a good plan when you're playing chess. Avoid the checkmate. Now, stop it. Do we just go for it? Oh, this is bloody complicated. Bishop here, pawn here, knight here, b3, and just like, whoa. Or is that just too mental? Or do we play e6 first? E6 first maybe is the okay. I don't want. I want to attack here, b4, knight e2, and like b3 or something completely stupid like that. Oh, I don't know. This is okay. Maybe e6 is what I should be playing, but I don't know what I should be doing. Right? Maybe this is okay. I don't know. Maybe I should have gone with it. I'm now feeling like I'm playing. Well, why did I play? That was a bit wet. It was a little bit wet. Okay. All right. I see what you're doing. All right. All right. All right. Okay. I think we've got to go forwards. Yeah. Because. Oh, it's getting complicated. I should. Why did I play so slow there? Stupid. A5 takes. Oh, my calculations. I'm like an old man now. Take on b3. Knight takes b3 is the move that is pissing me off. But maybe I have this one. And oh, I don't know. I'm just going to play this, right? Don't think it works. Why am I playing it if I don't think it works? It's always easy to. I can even take here after pawn takes e5. Maybe that's what I should be doing, because like pawn takes, knight takes is like a little bit scary. But then I have b4. Queen takes d6, so maybe I should be taking here. Okay, so he's gone for this, which I thought was a possibility. Very bloody confusing. I even want to go b4 here. Why am I wanting to play all these stupid... Okay, let's take something. Let's take that one. Okay, do I keep taking things here? Got to move quicker. Got to move quicker here. Queens could be coming off. A little bit upsetting. Maybe he won't. Maybe he won't allow that. I don't know. It's a weird ending. Yeah, he's got good queen side. Okay, so queen here keeps the queens on the board, and I think. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Got rook f2 as well. Rook f2, aiming for that. I've got knight f4, plugging some holes. Why didn't... I think you should have swapped the queens off, right? I've got 40 seconds. Remember, I am an old man. I'm an old man, and I play like an old man. Knight a3, rook here, queen c3, threatening this pawn. But maybe I flick this baby in. Okay, now something to c8. This one. Do I flick in this pawn first? No. Let's do that. He's got check. King h6. Okay. That's annoying. Ah! Old man chess. Old bloody man chess this is. What am I doing in my position? Queen c6 would have been bloody good. Ah! Maybe I can still play it. This one. Check. Yeah! Oh, I'm so slow, man. I'm so slow at the end. You see me, I'm like I'm like a right old plodder. Plodder Williams, as I'm otherwise known as. But you know what? Sometimes their hair beats the no, that's not right, is it? Sometimes the snail. No, what is it? What is it? That thing that goes quick is called the hare, the tortoise, and the hare. Is it the hare? Just call me the tortoise. I'll be the tortoise today. The tortoise and the hare. Thank you very much. I don't know. I think I was doing well there. I mean, I didn't play. I'm too shaky at the end. But I'm probably doing all right. This pawn looked like it should be good, but I couldn't. And his knight is really badly placed. My king was sort of doing all right. Maybe he could have got a draw, but I missed a win myself. I don't know. It's just a dragon. These positions are very, very. These positions are very like up and down, right? So it's like, you know, very hard to calculate what on earth is happening. And the move I was annoyed about, if we go all the way back here, he should definitely take the queens off, because his king is much more exposed. So he should take everything off here. Probably an equalish ending. I've got bad pawns, but my knight's very nice coming in, so it's not the end of the world for me, that's for sure. But here, this is really good for me now. And now in the position here, I can win immediately, and this is why I was a little bit annoyed. I should just play this move, and this is probably just game over, right? Because I'm threatening like take here, take here, take. I mean, how many more things can you take in the world, yeah? I mean, come on, you can take everything. So that would have like basically gone bang and just won the game immediately, right? If had I found that move. I mean, Alekine's Cave saying should be a strong opponent now. Well, I mean, I think my opponent was pretty decent there. I mean, he's like a Russian Grandmaster. He's probably not that. Well, if you go rook c, okay, we're in. I don't know who I'm playing here. What am I going to play? I said Grandmaster Gambits. All right, here we go. We're picking up the pace with some crazy gambits now. Thanks, guys, for making me play some gambits. So we're gonna try to gambit our way to victory. Why is everyone taking so long? They're all shaking in their boots when they see the pairings. It's the Ginger GM. Okay, come on then. Let's test my memory. This guy seems like he might. Who is this guy? Anyone know? It seems like he might be streaming as well, considering it's his Twitch, right? We're doing it. Grandmaster Gambits all the way. And this is, oh, we don't want to allow this one, so we bring the knight out. We stop any of that. And now we play, I can't already be trying to get my memory right. We take here, right? C4 is also interesting. Now we play here. And I've had this, if you watch my previous Title Tuesdays, we've had this before, right? And cheers, my fellow people. And well, that's asking for d4 surely, but let's get this one. This is my normal plan to try and prove some compensation with these ideas. And I've got d4 in a lot of positions, and I want to play d4 because when you're gambiting and you've got a bit of development, you want to just pew, pew, with sound effects, of course. So my main idea though is just to bring the knight here and do some nasty stuff to him, because he can't go knight a6 because I whip it off and my knight comes in, and I want to go knight here, d4, open it up and win the game. Jobs are good and son. Okay, so let's go in. There's no point. Let's go in. This is my idea anyway, so I'm not going to mess about. We might as well go in like Flynn, and d4 coming next, liberating my pieces. I'm liking this position. Okay, well I'm not even thinking about d4. We're gambiting, we liberate. Now I'm not even thinking about this move. You know, we're gambiting, we just go for it. There's no point even thinking about options. Knight c7 is on the agenda, mate. Now I've got bishop here and knight d6. Do we go knight d6 first? I think we go here, get my last piece into the game, and if I can get a rook to e1, I am laughing. I don't care about pawns. Pawns are for pussies. And we're just going to try to, well, my main threat is to go here and take on f7, but my other idea is finish my development, Grandmaster Gambit style, get the rook to e1, wham bam. And he's now trying to put a stop to this, but Do I just castle, or is there something stronger here? Like queen b3, for example. Well, I think I castle, because once I play this move, I'm fully okay. I can't allow him to castle now, so we must now play this check. And what about my knights get jiggy with it? Da 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 da. I love getting jiggy with the knights. Okay. Now this is a natural target, so do I move my queen to attack it or my pawn? I think my queen, because he might have e5. His knight can come to this square then, though. So maybe my rook here. Is that a concern to me or not? Very complicated. Okay, I'm going to go rook, because had I brought my queen to this square, knight d5 was a move I couldn't find a solution to. So I'm thinking if he plays this, I go queen b3. But maybe I'm not. Maybe I just go rook takes e5 and sack some more. Takes, rook takes, queen takes here, queen b3. It looks pretty okay. I've got an idea. I have an idea. Oh, okay, I'm not. No point double checking it. Let's just play it. Queen b3 is a very important part of my idea. Queen takes knight, queen b3. This is threatening checkmate. And I got check and check, winning his queen. This is my idea. It's got king g8, check, queen here. Got draw, but we don't want to draw, do we? He's got queen here. This is the annoying move. Let's go here. Check. Check here. Check here. Time! Oh, come on. Where's the win? Where's the win? Oh, bugger. Do I roll the dice for rook e1? I'm gonna roll the dice. Fuck it. Absolute lunatic I am. Shit, time. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, I'm so slow. I can't see it. There must be a win. Ah! Oh, dear. I was so slow. Oh. Well, rook e7 was the move, yeah, but I was worried about queen d5. I mean, I just freaked out a little bit. This is what I was saying earlier. I can play very good. I think that was really quite a good game. Really exciting game. Well, I didn't accept the draw. It's repetition, but with 5 seconds on my clock, I'm not as quick as other players. If you watch like Hikaru, they would see the win. But I'm clearly winning at the end there. But I'm just like seeing ghosts. Now that was a bit pathetic, actually, a little bit pathetic. For example, here, okay, around here, yeah, of course I want to play rook e7. Of course that's what I want to play. But if I play rook e7, I couldn't find a move. I couldn't find a move against this. But maybe it will become clear to me. What do I do against this one? Just knight here. I mean, rook h7. Am I missing something? With 5 seconds left. It's not easy. It must be winning. It must be winning somewhere, but I needed a little bit more time, right? I needed a little bit more time. Where's the win? Anyone see the win? Where's the win? I should have got... if I'd have seen any way to continue, I would have gone for it. Let's put it on the computer. The computer will find a win. I mean, clearly I'm winning there, but it's it was a very exciting game. And look at this accuracy, man. Oh my words. Look at this. Just look at this. And I'm winning. You should get this. Guys, you've got to get this repertoire. Look at this accuracy. That's when the computer is right. And look at this. I'm completely winning. I think that was actually just a brilliant game. I'm just like brilliant. And look, the whole opening got me this. Look at the accuracy, but I gave it away. Well, I couldn't find the win. So where was the win? Where was the win? And that was a good game, right? That was crazy sacking all over the shop, but I must have missed the win. So around here, it's going to tell me where did I... Okay, queen takes b6. Ah, no, did anyone see this move? Boom! Oh, it's easy when you see it. It's easy afterwards. It's the kind of move. That's the kind of move I would have seen had I had more time on the clock. Yeah. Did anyone see it? Cyril Dillian saw it. The thing is, I'm only looking at his king. I'm not looking at this side of the board. I'm not looking at that side of the board, right? I'm only looking at one area. So let's have a look. There must be other ways I could win. But we tried everything we could. And... oh, queen b6 is so strong, right? But I couldn't see a win. Maybe there's nothing... okay, this is really risky when I played this. Look. But it was the only move I could see to play for a win. And my opponent was getting short time as well. Very exciting game. He finds the best move with no time left as well. And now, well, I started... okay, where's the win here? Where is the win here? Oh, the computer says it's now a draw. So the only way to win was to take on b6. So, wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Blair's saying bet queen b3 before bishop e5 was good. Let's have a look at that. So in this position, yeah, that's my original... Blair, this is what I was originally going to play. The reason I played this line, okay, this position, if I go here, he goes knight here. This is not so clear. But why didn't I follow my normal idea? So I obviously saw I'm attacking this one. I saw he had to go e5. And of course I was planning to play this, but then I suddenly thought he could do this. But I just suddenly forgot my original idea is that I just win if he does that. So queen b3 was what I was going to originally play, right? Because obviously I'm seeing all these very hard tactical ideas, but queen b3 is probably just absolutely winning on the spot. Because his position, it's like what I get in the game, he can't take my knight. Game over. Game over. Anyway, it was exciting, but I kind of should have obviously won at some point. And this was a very exciting position here because I got to this position and I just assumed my knight was going to go here and go here. But this queen takes b6 is quite a phenomenal idea, right? So very nice idea. No, we don't want to play against the computer. Thank you. Oh no, my time's going down. Oh god. Okay, I'm playing Kamsky and I didn't even realise. That is great. Now I'm going to play the King's Gambit against him. Why not? Why the hell not, right? We're 5.5 out of 7. We're going to King's Gambit. If I've suddenly wasted 25 seconds just thinking about, just analysing that game. Let's go get Kamsky. Now we've had a couple of draws, me and Kamsky, but the King's Gambit will at least gain me a bit of time on the clock, right? Now I think I've seen some games where he plays this. Does he play d5 here maybe? Obviously Kamsky's a legend of chess. Number 2 in the world for... yeah, I thought he played this, but I can't remember what I'm... Can I take the knight here? Can I take the knight? Knight takes queen here. Can we do that? I don't see why not. So let bishop takes is the other idea. I'm trying to remember my theory here, guys. Pawn takes is obviously an idea. What is this one? Is this possible? I don't know if it's possible or not. If he takes on e4, queen e2. I don't know if this is a move or not. Okay, I'm going to take with the bishop. trying to keep my pawn structure in some kind of here or b3. All these little questions to answer. This one, maybe. And now we have to play this, but we don't mind moving our king in the King's Gambit. That's what the King's Gambit is all about. And positionally, I'm actually doing quite well. Haven't I got my pawn back now? I've got some central pawns. I'm gonna play here and try and take over the center with d4. Play this move. d3 was safer, but we're playing the King's Gambit. It's a bit late to be safe, isn't it? If I wanted to play safe, I should take up drafts or something. We don't play safe. We don't play safe. Now, I'd love to play this move. King f2 is very sensible as well, right? h4 seems to be the most aggressive. Very interesting position, this. I want to play something like, okay, I'm gonna just defend this one, and I want to move my king so that my pawn, do I go here, do I go to g1, does it matter? And now my pawn can move, so he's doing this. Rook takes here, we want to avoid that, so now just take this one back. Rook here, takes here, takes here, takes. That's all right, yeah. I can go rook takes, bishop takes, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes. So this one will give me a nice ending. if we can simply play this move. Rook h4, bishop. Okay, so he's defended it, and now if I go on, he might go queen here, right? But I feel like I should be going on in this structure anyway. There's no point. We don't go backwards when we play the King's Gambit. I've got queen d2 against a lot of these ideas. Okay, so he's found a very nice setup there. Well, I thought I had a really good position. Maybe it's just a unbalanced structure now. Okay. Trying to break in the middle with some e6 move. Do I break in the middle now? He's got takes, and rook g2. Oh, he's got this. Yeah, he's done this well, hasn't he? Takes, check. King. This seems like a really stupid way for me to play. My king's coming to e3, you're saying. Bishop g3. Bishop g3 is dangerous. Found it. He's found the bloody move. No. Okay, just fell apart there. I had a good position there. There. That was just falling apart. I had a good position. I must have had a good position there and just played some bad moves, yeah. So what an idiot, right? I played like a bit of a muppet there at some stage. I mean, it was looking like great King's Gambit. He played. I have to say, he played. There was one key maneuver, yeah, where this is a fantastic position, and I'm just. But actually, maybe I shouldn't play this. You know, maybe I should just take here. Why don't I take this one? Because it's losing. Is that the answer? Yeah, because I need to take here. What? This is just losing. He takes here. That's why I didn't play it. I knew there was a reason. Yeah, I'm making up as I go. So, so I think I had a great position anyway when we take on f4, right? But then after bishop f6, this is a very good move. I should still be doing great here, but I started playing very, very badly at this point. Maybe I don't know what's the right plan. This is one of those positions where you know, you start slipping and it goes wrong. I mean, this seems natural, right? Put it in the center of the board, yeah. I mean, okay, and now it started to slip. Let's see what the computer says. So interesting game, well played, Kamsky. We played high accuracy, and I was doing well there, but at the end he showed his class, and I didn't show class. I showed something else. So that's dropped me down a little bit, but we'll see if we can get some wins on the board. Look, I'm winning around that point. Okay, so let's have a look. So around here, I'm definitely doing well, as predicted. And this is the position I just had, but I found the wrong plan. I found the wrong plan here. And e5 is clearly the wrong plan. This one, why didn't I play this one? I thought knight b6 if I play that. So if I go here, why can't he do this? What am I missing? Now there's some stupid tactic where you play here, of course, which you don't see when you're playing 3-minute chess and your name is Williams. And of course this little tactic works very well. Just g3. Nice idea, and this would have led to a winning position for me. But e5 didn't look totally tragic. Okay, the computer thinks it's tragic, but maybe. So queen b3, this was the way to do it. Okay, so it wasn't as bad for him as I thought. But then where did I really go wrong? So all these moves look kind of normal. Nothing to show. But then I played this one, and again this little tactic of taking on h4 and then just playing this is actually quite a simple little tactic, but maybe something quite easy to miss in the time limit. You know what I could have done? You know, I came to the game a little bit late. I could have done with the extra bit of time around here. But here I kind of feel that it was starting to go in this structure after h3. I felt like he's suddenly, you know, he's got the attack here, right? And even though his king's in the middle, I can't open it. I really want to play this move, but this just doesn't work because he takes and he has rook takes g2. So I have to defend g2. Not the best way. And you can see now it's all going wrong. And even here I'm a little bit better if I just play the normal idea of coming this way. Why did I play my king up here? What kind of lunatic am I? What kind of absolute madman puts their king there? I missed bishop g3 you know, when I originally saw it, but if I go king e2 I've got a big advantage here still because my king is coming back. I've got 2 bishops. Oh my words. Anyway, king e3 would be a good move if it wasn't for his good move. And I suddenly saw here, of course, he can move his bishop to g3. Because if I get a chance, well, he has to find bishop g3, otherwise he's losing. Because I take on h3, so he has to play bishop g3. And the problem now is I can't do this because he takes and goes check here. And now you see why I asked myself the question: what is your king doing there? You are a fool. And yeah, I think a little bit later on it just goes downhill, doesn't it? I mean, I'm probably losing here. He played very nicely. He's got the rook here at the right moment, and I have no time. So well done there. So what score are we on? We're on 5.5 out of something, yeah. By the looks of it. How many games we had? Let's see. So we've got 8 games. And there's a break after this round, so I've got 9, 10, 3 games left. David's on 7. Nicely done, David. Well done, David. It's good to see David up there in the mix. I lost to ChristopherYoo. And I honestly think David Howe, one of the best blitz players around, so it's good to see him doing well. But we can get, what can we get? We can get 8.5 out of 11 still. So if we win our last 3 games, fantastic tournament. 7.5 out of 11 is a very good score as well in this event. You know, for me, for someone as weak as me. But 8.5 is better, funnily enough. What's better than 7.5? 8.5. What's a little bit worse than that? 8, but I'll take 8. So yeah, there's only 3 games to go. Hello, Captain Bumratty in the chat. Good to see you're doing all right. Interesting game against Kamsky, but we've played lots of different openings today, haven't we? We've had King's Gambits, we've had English openings, we haven't had many D4s. I'll play D4 next time. We're mixing it up there. But we had that game before this where I had that wing gambit and I got absolutely crushing position. That was really, I think, a really nice game. That was a really nice game. That wing gambit, that was like on point. But obviously I couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish it off. Finishing always been a problem for me. Anyway, it's been fun. So right, so look, I'm looking forward to the next 3 games. Had some excitement so far. I'll be cheering on David Howe as well. I want David Howe to do well. I want to see him crush Hikaru. That'd be great. Svidler 6.5. So had I won that last one, which was looking very possible, I'd be up there. And the 5.5 group. Remember, there were over 600 players at the start. I'll just notice you can't see the scores, so it might help if you can see them. The 5.5 group, I'm scrolling down a little bit now. Don't like it when I have to scroll down to find my name. I'm still scrolling down. I'm going to say 49th equal. That seems all right at the moment. But we need a big finish. Let's have a big finish. That's a good name, vinniethepooh, isn't it? We're on the same score as Arian Tarry. I'll take that. I will take that. And if you want to see who's at the top, let's scroll back up. And that last win, see, if I'd have won that last game, I'd be on 6.5 and I'd have been floating around the top 20. So it's a pity I didn't. We can still get a very good score. We're playing well today. This is the top, guys. So we got I don't know who this guy is. Giga. Do I have to try pronounce his name? Giga Kuparados. There you go. That's my attempt. Hikaru. Obviously, I think we're aware of who Hikaru is. Vincent Kamor, legend. This guy Taryan is just like another Armenian prodigy. There's loads of them. ChristopherYoo is this guy I lost to earlier. He's a brilliant player. And this is David Howe, who does the commentary in the main event. We all know David. Chopper. Don't know who Chopper is. Turkish Grandmaster. Onchuk. Jabava. And there you go. That was Gata Kamsky in 13th with that last win over me. So Kamsky having a good tournament today. So 3 games to go, and yeah. So what openings? I'm going to get a couple of blacks now. I haven't had one Dutch today. I haven't had one Dutch, and I'm probably going to get one more white left. What are we going to do? Maybe we'll go the birds. Let's no, or D4 or the birds. Which one? 1F4. So when I get white in the next game, we're either going to play D4 and just make some stuff up, or we're going to spice it up with a bird action, just so I get one Dutch, even if it is a reverse Dutch. Yeah, we'll play 1F4 and we'll do it, and we'll be like, right, I'm playing the classical Dutch. I don't care. But what about, okay, so that's what we'll do with our white pieces. Maybe a bit stupid, but what against, again, we'll do the Dutch if he does D4. What are we going to do again? We've tried everything against E4 so far. What are we going to do against E4? What have we got left to try in this position? What am I going to do? Another French defence? That worked quite well. Hit him with the bird shit, says Blair. It is a bit of bird shit, isn't it? We're hitting with the bird shit. Why not? We'll throw some bird shit at him. whoever him is. It might be a her. That'd be a bit rude, wouldn't it? It kind of feels alright to throw bird shit at a man, but not a woman. Is that normal? Is it okay? Don't know. Bit sexist, isn't it, actually? Everyone should have bird shit thrown at them, whether they're a man or woman. Doesn't matter. And right, while we're waiting, there can't be games still going on. What's wrong with these people? Can't still be games going on, can there? No, we're just the reason they have a break after round 4. Okay, we got Vinnie-the-Pooh, and who is Vinnie-the-Pooh? He's an IM from India, and he looks like fetus age. He looks like he's literally just crawled out the womb, which is a bit worrying. I don't like playing Indian prodigies because they're all really good. But I've got a Dutch, so it's give and take in life, isn't it? And we've got a Dutch. Woohoo! Crush them while they're young. Yeah, that is a good point. And this Knight H3 system is quite a trendy one. Karpov, getting a lot of Karpov people against me today. I'm going to go E5 because I want to say to that knight, you are stupid. That's what I want to say. But how am I dealing with this pawn? Now, knight here looks a little bit odd, right? I don't know, it just looks weird putting my knight there. But I kind of like weird things in life. Because if he ever goes F3, I'm coming into E3. And I'm trying to kill this knight. Now, I'd love to get 2 more moves and get my queens in a non-exchangeable position. And in these positions, you generally want to put a pawn on C6. Rather than... He's going to swap queens, isn't he? I can feel it. Right, because you want to control this square. So you want to put a pawn on C6 rather than a knight. Maybe you can put a knight there as well. But, you know, he's got... The D5 square is a nice square. Now, he can't win this pawn. Because I take there and I win his piece. If he swaps queens, do I take with a... Okay, so now I can get my queen here. Which I feel I'm quite happy with. I say very slowly because I'm not so sure. Okay, yes. And this is what you want to do in the Dutch. You just want to get your queen over there and checkmate him. And I've now got C6 coming as well. If your queen comes over here and you go F4 at the right moment, you can do some stuff over there. Yeah, basically. But this is a nice position, I think. So maybe this knight G4 wasn't completely crazy. Because C6 is just... Go away, please. Go away. He's 15 years old, is he? Yeah, these Indian players are so good at such a young age. They really are. Okay, so I'm gonna play this move anyway. Yeah, I don't see why not. Let's go away, get out of here, mate. Now this is a normal move, but okay, he wants to now move the pawn. I see what you're doing. And if the knight comes back, he wants to take here. Knight D7 looks like a funny square for my piece. I don't really want to put it there. Just looks a bit odd. Knight A6 looks better. Can I just play something like this? Yeah, this is more fun. This is more like it. This is it. This is what we want to do. If he takes it, we just swing the queen over and we're like, woohoo. Maybe. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Could be absolute rubbish. And the point is, if he goes here, I still have the E3 square. And I want to get my queen over and open up the bishop. Okay, so I was very like gung-ho there. And now I'm thinking, was I just talking crap? So here... No, we get the queen over. Let's get the queen over. Let's get it over there. And... Now F3, I can, worst case, move my knight back, but we don't like going backwards, do we? But does anything with this working? King takes bishop H3, no is the answer, so I think we go back. When his knight is attacked, and it's just a weird position, this one. Because I'm hoping he moves his knight and I take this pawn and my attack continues with ideas. Do I take with a rook and bring the rook to h4? I mean, that just looks kind of weird again. I think pawn takes... I don't know. I don't know, actually. Maybe the rook. Maybe this was like the way to rock and roll. Now... Okay. Bishop here takes... Got to move a little bit quicker. He's moving quicker, isn't he? Oh, sorry, man, you're so slow. I know I'm so slow. In here, right? Fuck. Weird and wonderful position. Rook e8. I kind of like my position, but I probably shouldn't like it. Is that normal? Bishop h. Okay, let's get that one there. That looks like a useful move to have on the board. Knight e3 is also useful. Stopping knight e3. Cheeky so-and-so. Cheeky so-and-so. Shit, something's happening. Something's happening. That was a bad move. Such a good position again. Doesn't quite work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Oh, what was that? No! So slow. Even in final position, I'm doing all right. I was trying to set this up and then this, but that was annoying. I mean, even if this position, even though I've lost the exchange, I'm doing all right there. It's that youth. Now I'm looking at 7.5. It was looking so good, the tournament, but yeah, I mean, even if I put the knight there now, this is looking, I think, still okay for me at least. Yeah. Too slow. I'm very slow when I get short time. I'm gonna have to improve my timing on these things, but oh well, disappointing end, because I must have been, again, the position was good, but I just didn't hold it together at the right time. Let's have a look what the computer says. Computer says slow. Our accuracy was, look, I'm like +6. This is sickening. This is one of my big weaknesses. Throwing away. Okay, the accuracy scores are always going to be low here. Look at his. He didn't have a clue what he was doing, calling the computer. But look at this, +6. And I just basically need a little bit more time. Okay, so here, well, this looks like a great position to me, because I've got all this attack against his pieces, but I think I'm doing everything okay. Yeah, my knight comes in, I must be winning. His queen comes here, this is good, and now this is good. Look at this, every piece attacking. This is where I start to get short time. Knight here, nice, and now I must be winning in this point, but I just played a little bit quick. So where's the simple win? Just take here, right? Just take there and move the bishop there. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. So for example, takes here, move the bishop here, and next move, bishop f6, winning the game. For example, you do this, yeah? And game over. So that was, hello Oliver, one of the first people to subscribe to this channel. Hope you're doing all right. So that was the first mistake, but I'm still doing well here. I'm still doing well. And again now, I'm a little bit short of time. So this is why I got to move a bit quicker. I never get short of time because I'm not good short of time. And even now, this very complex position, I should, well, this is probably all right. I'm still thinking I'm doing okay here. This is a good move because I'm coming in here. And now why the hell didn't I come into G3? Why didn't I go there? Ah, it's so easy when you look at it afterwards, right? Why didn't I just go for checkmate? Why didn't I just put it there? Why did I go the other way? I was so transfixed on this square, and when you look at it now in the cold light of day and you have a little bit more time, you're like, just go there, and he resigns. -6. Not that. Okay, well, we got another game on here. We got another game. I don't want. Let's get to the other game. Oh, okay, right. Now we're playing another young Indian. And we got another Dutch. Can I redeem myself with another Dutch? Come on. Let's just do the same kind of thing, but this time we checkmate. I do need to do more puzzles. You're right. I'm a little bit slow at the moment. My tactical awareness is I have to admit it's not as quick as I'd like it to be. I think that is a good point. My tactical awareness is slow. You're right. Maybe I'm just slow. Maybe. Okay, so how am I dealing with that one? Am I dealing with it? Okay, let's just do that. Let's swap some bits off, I suppose. Am I dealing with things? I kind of feel I need 2 out of 2 to make this a respectable tournament, but he's made a lot of inroads on the queen side here. This is a better setup against the Dutch because it's not as effective, the queen coming over here. But I'm probably still going to put it there. That looks funny to me. Maybe my position is a little bit funny. Okay, I'll play this. It looks funny. Why did I do that? I wanted to get something here, but it looks... Can I play this one as well? I wonder how old my opponent is here. Okay, so... Well, we'll just put that there. We've got to do something on the king side here. But I think, yeah, I think puzzles is good. Is what I need to do a little bit more. Just sharpen up. Don't have much time to do a great deal of puzzles nowadays, so... What am I doing here? I'm trying to do I don't know. I'm just trying to do something. I feel like he's always going to be good on the queen side because he has these ones, right? So I feel like the king side is where I need to aim my bits. Right. Is it time to do something like this? I don't like that bishop. Let's just try to block that one out and maybe give my bishop a little bit of oomph. Oh, he's got this one. Of course he has. Why didn't I see that? Why did I not see that? G4, such an obvious move which I missed. Okay. Yes, this move I was slightly concerned about. It is true. My position resembles. This is not the kind of Dutch I wanted. This is certainly not a Dutch I want. I need a bit of a miracle here. No, okay. Oh, he's got rook coming over here as well, right? I've got rook a6. I'm just trying to hold on. He's got this one coming as well. This is like pretty scary stuff here. Okay, I'm gonna do this because I need to like try and do something. What am I trying to do? Well, let's give him a check. Patsa sees one. Okay, now. Oh, I got knight f5. Does that trap the queen? I might be losing by force here. The king is so safe. Can I take here? Take here maybe? I don't know. Take my queen. Take on f2. Takes on g7. My king's too weak, right? So he comes here with a queen, right? The rook. That's a rook. That's not a queen, Simon. That's a rook. It's a funny looking queen. So I don't know what I'm doing here. So I'll play this. This is weird because I do trap his queen if I'm able to get my knight to that square on f5. His queen is weirdly trapped. So I can kind of like trap that queen now, but not easily though. Okay, so I'm gonna play this. And shit, he's got knight check. Bugger. Bugger, bugger, bugger. And this is just bad. Knight here, check here is a real problem. Very sharp game, but yeah, I mean he's got all these moves happening as well. But my king is just too weak in these positions. It has been for quite some time. Okay, well I think he played well there. It's tough. These guys are tough, right? These guys are tough to cope with. I mean, he's got many ways to win. So, and that wasn't one of my finest ones. So, what should I have done in the opening? Okay, well we're not going to get a great score again in this Dark Tuesday. It started so well, but it's crumbling at the end. But we've got one more game to go. We can still get a plus score, right? Let's get rid of that. Let's get out there. My opponents are playing pretty decent. I got like 50%, but we're trying to get one more nice game in. We'll see if we can get. We'll see if we can at least get 6.5 against a pretty good opposition, which wouldn't be terrible. But I think my opponent just played a very nice game there, and I think it was always bad at the end. My accuracy level was all over the shop, a little bit on tilt maybe from that last Dutch, which I lost, which should have been easily winning, right? Okay, so yeah, I mean I've let a lot of points slip. I'm getting good positions, not finishing them off, and I think what I'll do in future is, I've had this kind of thing before, and I don't actually think I should be putting my knight on a6, because my knight on a6 becomes a bit of a target, and it didn't really do anything on c7. So it's, you know, if you know your opening's not really working, you've got to work out whereabouts. So I'm just thinking, if I got this again, I wouldn't go knight a6, even if the computer likes it. I would instead, in this position, we've got one more game to go. We'll have a bit of fun. What game should what opening should we play in the last round? Let's go with something completely mental in the last round, shall we? This is one of the better setups against the Dutch, but black's certainly not worse. And probably what I should be doing here is just going king h8. I've tried this setup before. And if they go here, just go d5. And the reason I put my king on h8 first is to avoid stuff like this. And this is like one way that I think is just a nice way to play. You can come with your bishop here to support the center. This is just a position. This is just a position. But in this game, well, we go on a little bit. So here, I think for a start, even if e4 is recommended, I missed his concept of going g4, and I think once he gets g4 in, my position starts to go wrong. Is the stream down? Is the stream down? That's very peculiar if the stream is down. No, is the stream down? Has it? Is the stream? Stream is fine. Okay, I got some. I actually got a fail sign coming up, but maybe that was just an indication of my crappy play there. Okay, so I think here it's still an interesting position. This has done something, but I feel that this move was bad. It says it's excellent, but I don't believe it. Okay, so if I take with a knight here, this is still a game of chess. Okay, so we're learning a little bits and bobs as we go along, but I'm a bit disappointed because there's been some quite really good games in the mix here. We've played a lot of strong players and a lot of missed opportunities. So what are we going to do in the last game then, guys? What are we going to do? We're in. What are we going to do? Okay, now I don't really want to play something totally disrespectful because it seems a little bit rude, right? Let's just go for. Let's try to finish with a Grandmaster Gambits, or from the Grandmaster Gambits course, the last course that I've done for Chessable. We're on 5.5, and the last course I've done for Chessable is a very aggressive way you can play this system, and I've forgotten what to do against this already. Can we go d4 and sacrifice like that, or c3? Let's go. Then he's going to put bishop out. She's going to put bishop over here. What do I do against this one? I've forgotten. Such a bad memory I've got. Such an atrocious memory. It's appalling how bad my memory is. What can we do here? Okay, can we do this? I'm going to do this. This looks like fun. This looks like fun. Okay, well, she didn't want to have any fun. Fair enough. I won't be inviting you to any parties. And we're going to go here. Bit like a delayed Evans Gambit, I suppose. Now, let's just do a little bit of probing, force that knight to a bad square. And we're getting a bit more of a positional game. This knight often wants to come to g6 anyway, so it's not a problem, my opponent playing this way for her at all. I don't often get these Raul Lopez positions, so it's actually quite fun in some respects to get this. Maybe knight c4. Let's do that. That bishop is good. I want to remove that bishop. Now b6 seems kind of thematic here, but I'm just going to go here first. And I'll take with a pawn, keep it a little bit spicy with the files opening up. And I don't know, because I'm thinking d5 is the one move I want to stop. You can see my lack of experience in this position by the time I'm sort of taking on finding the right moves, right? Let's just go central. And I'm kind of thinking like f(h)(3) to stop the knight coming here, and play along those lines. Again, do we take? Do we not take? What? Okay, let's take. Get an open file, and I'm going to play this one. I kind of just feel I want to get it. This bishop is really annoying me now, and it's one of those cases where is my pawn structure good or is it bad? Well, okay, we've got a symmetrical pawn structure now. She's quite quick, though, isn't she? This player. She's a quick player. And this does go again. I think so important in chess for people to remember. It's so important. It's the openings are you can tell by this. I don't play these middle game positions. Openings are important, but it's much more important to know what you're doing in the middle game quickly. So for me in this game, it's taken me a lot longer to work out middle game plans because I never play this kind of structure. And it is, look at these pawns in the middle. The pawns in the middle are just like really weird, right? So I feel I'm slightly better placed somehow with my knights, and the threat towards this weak knight here maybe gives me a nibble. But this kind of structure, again, if you play this opening, you will get a fair few times. So this is my big idea, just to take here. She doesn't want to move her king into this. So how does she? It's not so easy to stop. She moves the knight. I just take this pawn. If she does anything else, I go pawn takes pawn, and I just try to win the knight. I've got the open B file, which she kindly gave me as well. And how's David Howe doing, by the way, Blair? Has he got any chances to anything? This H6 is a real big weakness. You're completely correct. Well pointed out. Imo Shuji. If the pawn was back on H7, black would be fine. But it's this weakened light squares. Now I'm going to take this way because I don't want to give the F4 square to my opponent. Did I have some tactic there? Maybe, but I'm just keeping it reasonably simple. Now this looks like a great square for my knight, so she's brought this around, and this is good play from her, keeping some chances with C5. Now we're transferring again to try and take use of some of these weakened squares on the king side. So this is where I'm maneuvering my pieces. Now knight on F8, it can't be mate, right? Do I take that knight off? This is a good move. And that's a good move that she's played. Her knight is so good. Okay, can I get my rook around the back? And well, I'm gonna try. Gotta try. Could probably force some draw here, but we don't want a draw, do we? Not in the last game. Well, I probably do want a draw actually. I'm probably gonna be begging for a draw soon, when that A pawn just comes and queens itself. Okay. I'm struggling to hold a draw, I think. I don't know why she didn't come up the board. She could have come to F5, and that would have been a lot more natural. Can we come up? Ah. Okay. Why did I do that? Simon, what a terrible move. Nearly mate. Bloody hell, Simon. Those pawns are looking really scary. I told you I'd be begging for a draw. I'm certainly begging for a draw here. Draw. Draw. Give me a draw, please. I'm begging you now. Okay. Let's just get a tournament over with. That's enough. That is enough. I had enough there. Yeah, I played like one really bad move in the ending. Like here, it's probably a draw anyway, but I let the king come to e6. I just had a mind blank there. And when I played rook a5, so I played in this position rook a5, and suddenly after king e6 I'm on the verge of losing this one. So that was bad. If I want to try to win this ending, yeah, it shouldn't be a win here. It shouldn't be a win, but maybe I go back a couple more moves. It looks like, you know, obviously I can draw at any moment just by attacking these pawns with rook here. Like, you know, she defends this pawn, I attack that pawn, she defends that pawn, I come back. But maybe was there any way I can try to win this one? I don't think so. I don't think so. King f4 instead of rook a5. So in this position I played rook f5. Yeah, well, I was thinking this, but I was scared about this check, yeah? And then I have to come here, and then just something like a2. Just this. I mean, I don't think my king's I was scared I might be losing here actually. I mean, okay, I can take here, but this will be one maybe easy way to draw. It should be a draw anyway, this position, right? So it's always a draw. The end is always a draw. She defended well in the middle game, but there was some fun games there, right? And it was good practice for me. I've got some big tournaments coming up. I felt at the start I was yeah, I mean, this is still a technical draw, isn't it? Probably, but I got some chances here. At the start, felt like I was doing quite strong, playing quite strong. Faded a little bit when I lost the game against Kamsky from a good position, but played this wrong king move and something early wrong. And then this Dutch game was the most annoying game, where I was completely winning +6 and I lost that game. And I had this tactical wing gambit where I missed this, didn't follow my instincts. So there was a couple of missed opportunities, but there was also, I was playing some very good players today. Some of my opponents played fantastically against me, and it was a good, challenging day of chess, and it certainly was just that, a challenging day. So a lot to take away, a lot learned, and we'll try again another time. I've got to move quicker in the future, and we'll give my good friend a raid now. So do say hello. We go and raid. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for coming along. Thank you especially to those of you who had cheered and subbed to the channel. And I'll try to, yeah, I need to get more practice in now. So not now, but I've got to play some more high level events. 3-1 a little bit quick for me, but I'll try to work on that a little bit. So some positive games there though. Goodbye for now. Not always about the score. That's what I say when I always have a bad score. Okay, bye.